Hey, welcome back, guys. It is time for us to begin Bern's puzzle right over here. First, I would like to say thank you for voting in the community poll that I did like a couple of days ago. You guys are awesome. You know that? You guys are really awesome. Like I've seen like a lot of you people going for option A, which if I'm to be brutally honest, like previously I was gonna go for a more heavier edit for this particular thing, since I knew that this was gonna take quite a bit, but yeah, you guys seem to want this particular approach in similar fashion to how I did the quiz tournament, except this is probably gonna take quite a bit. Also, I'm not liking that the frames are not displayed like really well right now. Like, I'm worried that the frames are not quite as good, because when characters move and there's like the text moving and such, it is at a constant number. But when it comes to static images like this, like the frames are going all wiggly, but it still goes really well despite that. It's just that the number shows incorrectly, so I am a little bit worried about that. But nonetheless, thank you guys for voting in the community poll, and well, it has been decided that we're going to be doing it this way. So I have my paper and pencil ready right here, like not only pen but also a pencil, that's good, and also like a digital notepad right over here in case I need it and such. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I guess we shall start right off. So first things first, I do have some ideas that I accumulated from the initial reading and such. Like when it comes to, hold on a second, like, yeah, so like right over here, it says that it is possible for a culprit to lie even before committing murder. Like, this means that a character does not become a murderer when they kill. No, their role as a murderer is established from the start, before even committing the murder. Like, their roles are set from the start. Because otherwise, if they become a murderer only when they murder, then before that murder, they wouldn't be able to lie at that point. So there's that. Like, I think that is gonna make the job easier. Like, yeah, I think so. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna write it in a notepad, like the digital notepad for this one. Or yeah, I'm gonna write in this one in the digital notepad. I think that this is gonna be much easier. It is possible for a culprit to lie before committing murder. Yeah, so they can lie from the start. So yeah, there's that. And okay, one thing that caught my attention, like right over here, is like one of the reds for the second Twilight, I think. Where can I check that? For the second Twilight, I think it's like right over here. Yeah, I think this one is going to be very important. It says that the culprit of the first Twilight has definitely killed 6 people. Like, well, now one can say that, well, duh, the first Twilight has 6 victims. No. Like, think about the timing of the Red Truth. It was said after Kraus and Natsui were found dead. The timing of the Red Truth should be important, and also the text itself. It doesn't say that the culprit killed Hideyoshi, Eva, Rudolph, and so on. No, it says that they killed 6 people, which can include Kraus and Nazi. So far, like, if we are to say the deaths were genuine, there should be 8 so far. By the time the second twilight happens, but it is said that there are 6 that died. Although it says the culprit singular. Well, it is in relation to the first Twilight as well, and it's after. No, I think I'm gonna say that it's the same culprit. We're talking about the same culprit, because maybe there is also like the loophole of how, okay, this culprit has killed 6 people, but another culprit killed 2 people. No, I think I'm gonna go with the idea that it's the same culprit so far. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Because if we were to go with that, with this, there's like an idea that I want to form here. Like, so we have 6 people that died. Well, what about the other 2? Does this mean that there are 2 that are still alive? Like, if there are 2 people that are still alive, like, what options would they have for the rest of the story? Like, they don't appear anywhere. If they are innocent, they don't really affect the story and all that, so they must be culprits, right? But the thing is, like, if we were to say, okay, the culprit is definitely like those that have died like in the first Twilight, and we didn't get to see their purple statements like at all, then what the fuck is the purpose of these statements, like purple statements? In the sense that it's similar to the liar game. We have to determine who is the liar. Like, we went through all that trouble of explaining that the purple statements and the culprit that can lie, and yet we're not even gonna use that at all. We're just gonna say that the culprits are the ones that died in the first Twilight who never stated like purple statements like at all. Nah. Maybe we're gonna go with the idea that yes, there are 2 culprits that fake their deaths and never spoke purple statements, but there's also like a 3rd or 4th or 5th culprit that are also helping those 2 faked deaths that also lied. So yeah, we are talking about some form of cooperation right over here, because if we were to check like the display rules, like I explained this before, it is characters who are not culprits may not cooperate with a culprit, but the same case cannot be said for those who are culprits. Culprits can cooperate with culprits. So yeah, that actually helped me a little bit. So that means that there are more people that they are gonna kill. Let me go here. So yeah, like if I am to go with that kind of mentality, we're going for a minimum of like freaking 3 culprits. My god. So who are these culprits? Like we have Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, Kirie, Rosa, Genji, Natsuki, and Kraus. If 2 of them are dead, that means that their role is still to kill people down the road. Otherwise, what will be their point if they're gonna fake their deaths? They're still gonna end up killing people. Like, we need to check and see if another culprit is covering for those 2 fake deaths. Like, what, let me see over here. What Kumasawa says right over here. Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama, Rudolph, Kirie, Rosa, Genji. 6 people in all. They were lying there covered in blood. Yeah, that is technically true. Whether they are dead or not, it doesn't matter. They were covered in blood. They were lying there. So, yeah, that's a nice way to to beat around the bush, I guess. me check this. Shannon says that the death of each parent was confirmed by their own child. I mean, it feels kind of sus, to be quite honest. Kind of an interesting topic right over here. We could have just had like only Nanjo say, "Yeah, I confirmed that that they're dead." But no, it is the child of each parent that confirmed their death, and Nanjo confirmed Genji's death. Like, a child culprit could be covering for their own parents, for example, those who are culprit. In which case we have Balor with Rudolph and Kirie, George with Eva Hideyoshi, or we can have Maria with Rosa, which could be interesting. Let me write this down right over here. Actually, hold on, let me put some stuff right over here to make some space. Hopefully you guys can hear me, because I move around like a lot in this. And hopefully the frames are good for this. Alright, so I'm gonna write this. 8 minus 6 equals 2. We have Rudolph. Actually, I should write it like this. Kirie, and then Balor. Confirmed by their own child. Eva Hideyoshi Georgie. And then, well, thing is, we have Rosa and Maria. But the thing is, Maria has only one parent, as far as we know, as of now. She had a father, but it is no longer the case for right now. And for that one, I feel like in that case, there has to be a second one that is someone else. Like, if Rosa and Maria are like the culprits, that means that another person has to fake their death. Either Rudolph or Kirie, in which case that makes Balor also a culprit. So, hold on a second. So if we go with Rosa and Maria, that also makes either Rudolph or Kirie plus Balor to cover for one of them, or Eva or Hideyoshi, like either of them, like like in this case it cannot be both at the same time, like both parents, plus Georgie. And should I think about Kraus and Nazi as well? Like, hold on, I don't think that in the second Twilight, Madame's roof, unlocked the door, Kraus summoned Nazi, they sprayed. Dr. Nanjo checked their pulse, he announced that 2 of them had died, confirmed both their deaths. Jessica, I found that the windows and doors were all locked, making it a locked room. Yeah, so it's not the same case as the first Twilight where the child confirmed their deaths. Jessica didn't confirm their death, so I don't know if I should include her, to be quite honest. No, well, she probably should be included. Well, actually, no, wait, hold on a second. No. No, I think that's pretty much it. Should I include the Nazi and Kraus in this? But even then, we also have like Nanjo who is confirming that. No. You know what? I think that this ends up being a little bit more complicated than it needs to. Like, I still believe in in the two culprits, like, alive, and then maybe them being covered up by their child, with George and Valor at the very least. But other than that, I think that I feel like we're gonna need some more constants. And when I say constants, we're definitely gonna need more. We need to determine some characters that we know for damn sure that tell the truth. I don't think that we can go further with that kind of thing. And I do have like one idea. And that idea is to reread the story, of course, and such. Like, if we can determine that Nanjo himself is telling the truth, that he's not a culprit, then that would surely make our jobs easier. But here's the thing, folks. I have also noticed that this one thing right over here, that it says that outside of spoken statements, there are no lies in the narration. That can be important, folks. Like, among the characters, like all of them, that we have to determine who is telling the truth and who is lying. We do have the first one that is that is saying the truth, and that is the reader, or quote-unquote reader. We don't really have like a reader. Like, the narration is telling us the truth. There is no fake narration or whatever. Like, unreliable narration. I was missing the word. So we can go and reread the story and such, and see about the narration and what, like, if it can tell us the truth, if it can give us some constants, and we can choose like multiple stuff. Yeah, let's see about the first Twilight. The tragedy of the first Twilight was discovered at 6 in the morning on the following day. Does the number... Okay, I'm gonna... Oh my god, this is probably gonna take like forever to write all this stuff down, because I was thinking that we're gonna have to write some truths when it comes to the narration. Although the game is not that long, to be quite honest, there shouldn't be that much narration, so let's see. Morning... 6 a.m. God damn it, why am I writing it like this? Morning, 6 a.m. First Twilight discovered. Okay. Went to check on the adult siblings, who had remained okay. Okay, we don't really care about this particular spoken dialogue. I'm just gonna skip through this. Like, I don't want to skip like too much, because I might miss the narration right over here. Although, you know, if you guys are not good with this, although I cannot ask you right now because I'm in the middle of recording this, so... I probably should have asked you this before, but there is also this option that the viewer offered me where I have like a link with all of the narration and the dialogue and such, so I don't have to go through this and skip through dialogue. But, yeah, you have chosen option A. So we're gonna do it raw, folks. We are gonna be doing it raw. This is the stuff that I do in my spare time for the first games. Since there was no chance of the culprit hiding inside the dining hall, it made sense to assume that the culprit had locked the door after committing the murder and exiting the room. Actually, hold on a second. Well, okay, I'm gonna write this. No hiding. Okay, that's one. locked door after murder, after Moida, and exit. Okay. It was only natural. Okay. No servant had alibi. And everyone else. Okay. Like, I'm writing this down right over here. The reason you hear, like, these dead air stuff is because I'm writing here for right now. Okay, I don't care about this, though. Like, the dialogue between the witches and such. I don't care about this. Okay. This was the crime of the first Twilight. The scene was the fully locked room of the dining hall. Okay, I already wrote this. No one else has an alibi. Okay, I already wrote this. Okay, that was the first Twilight? Okay. Not much going on from that, to be quite honest. This is more so about... Well, no one had an alibi, so we cannot get much out of that. And the rest is more about the way the culprit did this. So let's go for the second Twilight and see what we get from this. Everyone returned to the party to discuss what should be done next. Those ones were out. They couldn't contact the police. I don't think that's a really important thing to write down. This is a question. Okay, let me write this. First Twilight for the first one. Second Twilight. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. Didn't they say that that the servants had an alibi in this? I probably shouldn't. I'm not gonna write this for right now. Didn't last long. Decided to take a break. Bathroom? Let me write this down right over here. Extension phone, because phones, they work inside the mansion. It's just they don't work outside, of course. No answer. Kraus. Natsuhi. Okay. Something might have happened. They found Kraus and Natsuhi lying sprawled on the floor. That's, you know, that's pretty close. They are lying sprawled on the floor, but they are not. The narration is not saying that they are actually dead. If it said that, then that actually would have helped me a little bit. But no. Lying there sprawled on the floor means that they can either be dead or alive. Okay. Okay, I don't care about this. Also, here's the thing that I've noticed as well. They only locked the dining hall like right now, after the second Twilight, not before. So yeah, there is a little bit of credence to what I said before about two of the people that faked their deaths in the first Twilight. Because, well, by now they had the chance to like, yeah, they had their chance to escape. But like, I'm questioning the story in the sense that, hey, they went to the dining hall. Didn't they notice that that the two that faked their deaths had escaped? But I don't think that we're gonna be applying that logic, to be quite honest. I don't know. Unless it's gonna say that Beller is the only one who locked the dining hall, in which case he could be the culprit, because he would know. Like, he would know that Rudolph and Kiria are the culprits or something like that. If Bella were to check the dining hall. But nah, I think that it's we. It would make sense, cause you wouldn't go by yourself to lock the dining hall because you would get killed. So I don't know. Fui? Oh, Erika. Forever marking the story of Umineko with your duct tapes. This was the crime of the second Twilight. The scene was Nazi's fully locked room. All of the servants with master keys have alibis, okay. Come on, stupid pen! Like, it's not... like, it keeps drawing it out. Servants have alibis. So, well, they are telling the truth, at least. All the servants with master keys have alibis. The whole group took shelter in the guest house. That's it? God damn it. Like, it's not really helping me much thus far. For Twilight. You were faced with yet another tragedy. Okay, I don't care about this. Oops. Hold on. Let's see. This was the crime of the fourth Twilight. The scene was the Rose Garden. There are no locks or doors, it doesn't unlock the room, so the master keys no longer have any blah 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 blah. The base crime begins to accelerate. Well, I can at least say that the scene was the Rose Garden. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe if I'm to also determine the how done it, like I'm gonna have to determine like where they are killed. But no, actually this is the fourth Twilight. Scene was Rose Garden. I'm gonna write this stuff down. There are no locks, it isn't a locked room. Oh, of course. Okay. 5th and 6th. The group took shelter in the guest house. Sealed all the windows. Sitting themselves. Actually, let me write this down as well. 5th. 6th. Sealed all doors and windows. Now we know for damn sure that it is a locked. Now we know for sure that it is a locked guest house. However, several locked room murders have already occurred. Could locking themselves in the locked room do anything more than invite another tragedy? They decided to go to the servant room to double check the testimonies of Nanjo, Kumasawa, and Goda. They learned that they had occurred once more. This is the crime in the 5th and 6th. No, no one could log in the lock room again. I guess that should have been true. Yeah. 7 Twilight. This time, Dr. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Nanjo was killed. Confirmed by the narration. And we do know that culprits cannot die. So that means that Nanjo is telling the truth. Yes! Victory belongs to Zim. Alright. So, there you go. That's gonna be a pretty good one. He was killed in the entrance hall, the guest house. Okay. Entrance hall. Killed. Doing the crocodile laugh from One Piece. It was far too foolish of him to come here alone to check that everything was locked. Okay. Okay, so that means that everything that Nanjo says is gonna be the truth. No one could answer that innocent question. This was the 7th Twilight. This crime scene was a locked room known as the guest house. Various bits of evidence made this crime seem even more impossible. Alright, the 8th Twilight. Let's get this started. It was, as anyone could tell by looking, a gruesome corpse. Wait, so does this mean that it confirms Jeskai is dead as well? The curtain's low. What? Wait. Oh, wait. it's because we already went through this dialogue. I guess it checks like it has like every single dialogue thus far. They found Jessica lying on the ground, which doesn't really confirm that she's dead or alive, but the gruesome corpse... Actually, I could just write it like this, since it already shows me everything. Searching for the murderer. Well, you know what? This line over here, searching for the murderer that she was sure... Actually, it doesn't really confirm that. I was thinking for a second that Jessica was the murderer as well. That she would be searching for the murderer. That means that there's a minimum of 2 murderers. But no. Jessica, it was, as anyone could tell by looking at gruesome corpse. This was the 8th Twilight. Also, the 3 who had chased after Jessica have alibis. A gruesome corpse. Can you call a living person a corpse? Nah. You know what? I am also gonna write this. I mean, is it wrong of me to say that Jessica is dead? Jessica... I'm gonna write gruesome corpse. Which basically means dead, I would say. George? Better? You may hear my my desk like making noise. Maria? Have alibi for Jessica. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, well, we did get 2 deaths confirmed. Like, not 2 deaths, not just 2 deaths confirmed, but 2 people who are not culprits. So that could actually help us. Alright. Now that we're done with the tedious part of this, I guess we shall see how this is gonna go. So, by chapter, let's see. Kraus, Goda, checking the corpse. No one examining a body will reach the wrong conclusion. Well, except for those who are lying. Those who are not culprits, they can examine the body and they will never reach a wrong conclusion. Because, you know, it says right over here that the death of each parent was, quote-unquote, confirmed. Except for those who are not dead. It doesn't matter. There could be like 2 that are alive, in which case that child would not have to confirm anything, but because they are not dead. They are not dead, so there's nothing to confirm there. So that's a little bit of a loophole there. Dr. Nanjo and I confirmed that Genji was dead. Well, he's the one who's telling us this. But it's not as if Nanjo is the one denying this. Well, it's not like he's confirming anything right here. There was a chance they might have been alive still. Everyone was shaking them desperately. Second Twilight. I'm gonna go back to the first Twilight because that's a little bit confusing for some reason. Okay. So Nanjo confirms that both Nazi and the Kraus are dead. Okay, so we can exclude them as the culprits as well. Nanjo confirmed deaths of second. I'm not gonna write Twilight. That means Nazi plus Kraus innocent as well. So now we have... Oh, so that means that Kraus and Nazi are going to be the ones to telling the truth as well. So that means we're going to be going back to the first Twilight. Okay, we're getting the ball moving, folks. We're getting the ball moving. Jessica, I found that the windows and doors were all locked, making a locked room. Okay, I feel like that's gonna be important a little bit. I think that for right now, I'm gonna... Like, this is about the how done it. I wanna see... Okay, let's I'm gonna go through these twilights and check Jessica and Nanjo first. We made sure that no one would be able to enter or leave until the police arrived. Okay. We also sealed the mansion itself, and all of us took refuge in the guest house. That is the truth. We all went outside to look for them. I also examined her and confirmed her death. Ah, okay. So... Shannon... let me write... Fourth. Nanjo... Confirmed... Shannon... Dead. Which means that what she says also is going to be true. Confirmed her death. Alibis. At least regarding Shannon's death, it was impossible for George Nissan to be the murderer. Okay. So Jessica says that George is not culprit for Shannon. Okay. We can have that as well. Shannon's master key. Okay. Judging by these wounds. Okay. We also have Kumasawa and Goda confirmed. Sixth. Nanjo. Yeah, I did tell you that if we were to determine that Nanjo is good, that means that he would make our job a lot easier, and it is. He definitely is. Kumasawa dead. Okay. Died instantly. That's good. And Jessica is basically saying the same thing. I'm gonna write this as well. Jessica says the same. Do you remember that one hint that we got in... Actually, let me check something over here. Okay, I think that the frames are still good. Yeah, I think the frames are still good. I think that... What was I trying to say over here? Like, there was this one hint in, like, during Rudolph and Kiria's puzzles, the liar games, where if you find, like, two contradicting characters, that means that one of them has to lie and one of them has to tell the truth. Well, we don't really see contradictions around here. And he's dead, he's been killed. Well, we do know that Nanjo is not a culprit, so it doesn't really matter. So now we only have Jessica left, right over here. Okay, we can write this. Jessica. Maria Beller. George and her, which is pretty obvious, didn't kill Nanjo. I don't know if you can actually hear me write this down. I hope that you do. Yeah, it would be fun. Okay, well, just because George didn't kill Nanjo doesn't necessarily mean that he couldn't have killed somebody else. We do have some confirmation that... Hold on, let me check the narration a little bit over here. No, wait, actually it was from it was from the fourth Twilight. Jessica said that George is not culprit for Shannon. He was not culprit for Shannon, he was not culprit for Nanjo, but who knows, maybe he was culprit for somebody else. This is proof that Dr. Nanjo didn't leave the guest house. Okay, what about this? And, well, Jessica is dead right over here, so... Well, now we know that Nanjo, Jessica, Natsuhi, Kraus, Goda Kumasawa, I'm gonna circle these names right over here. Yeah, they are confirmed to be innocent, so now we have 6 people that are innocent. Let me go back to the first one. The dining hall was locked. Like, let me check this stuff again to see if we have more innocent people, if we were to check the other dialogues. That's when I arrived. Lock the door with a master key. This is true. Everyone gathered in the dining hall. Okay, well, so far it does seem that this entire section right over here is the truth. Wasn't there like hold on, let me check something right over here. I think it was in the second Twilight. Alibi for all servants. All of the servants were together the whole time. Actually, hold on a second. No. Shannon and the Canon were not confirmed dead by anyone. That's at least as far as I know. Okay, let me go back right here. Canon, Nanjo, Maria. After inspecting the interior of the dining hall, we determined that all the doors and locks have been locked, making it a locked room. Clear that no one is hiding. I'm gonna write this stuff down a little bit later. Destroyed Genji's master key. I guess that's the truth. Actually, hold on a second. If we were to, like, you remember what I said before about how apparently the servants are a bunch of walking master keys, and Kraus was saying we couldn't retrieve the key, so they had the master key destroyed. How does that make sense? Unless they destroyed Genji's body. Nazi says that they destroyed Genji's master key. Well, doesn't that mean that they actually destroyed Genji themselves? So technically that means that Nazi is confirming that Genji is now dead. Although they could have killed the first culprits still. But beyond that, like after the first Twilight, it wouldn't be possible for Genji to be the murderer. Oh, actually, no. Oh, hold on a second. Culprits cannot die. So that means that Genji is not a culprit. Okay. The fact that they confirmed Genji's death means that, through this weird logic right over here, Umineko, but that means that Genji is confirmed innocent as well. Okay. Let me write first. Natsuhi. Genji confirmed dead. It doesn't matter. If he's confirmed dead, that he cannot be the culprit, meaning that he cannot be the culprit of the first Twilight either. So, yay, we have another one that is innocent. Okay, thank you, Natsu. Although we cannot really use Genji because he never had like any purple statements. Okay. Goda. Madame's room was locked. Jessica. Oh well, the thing is now Kraus and Natsu are dead, so we cannot use them anymore. Fourth Twilight. Kumasa says something right over here, but lying there in the Rose Garden doesn't really help us much. When the two of them left, we were busy checking the locks around the guest house, so not one of us has an alibi. Okay. Might as well write this down, if necessary. Come on, pen. Alright. Fourth. Go. Not one of us has an alibi. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, so no one has alibi. Okay, Jessica. Okay. Goda basically confirms, yet again, if we were to go with that logic, that Shannon Okay, I'm actually having some I'm having some doubts. I'm starting to having some doubts when it comes to Genji and Shannon, to be quite honest. Like, I'm not sure if I should trust my logic over here 100%. If it is, then I'm definitely gonna have to go back to this. Oof. Okay, well, let's say that they're confirmed dead. Right over here. And circle Shannon. So now we have Shannon, who is saying the truth. And, you know, if we were to go with that, does this mean that alibi for the servants? Okay. So that means that, actually, hold on, let me do some of this first. Nanjo, Jessica, 5th and 6th, those are Kumasawa and Goda, right? So that means that there isn't much going on from now on. Okay, in which case, let's go back here and check Shannon. The death of each parent was confirmed by their own child. I mean... She unlocked the door. Okay, so here... It says that... Shannon... Like, Shannon says that... all servants were together. I don't know if I can say that that means that they all have alibi with that kind of statements. All servants were together. Although, let me think of it this way. We do have Godan Kumasawa confirmed dead, which means that they are innocent. So that means that if they were together, then that means that they were all innocent in that case, one day. Because... let's say that one of these servants were the culprit. That means that... And then again, if we were to go with the idea that maybe a servant was a culprit, that means that we could also have like a culprit and a non-servant culprit. Like, what I was trying to say over here is that if there was one servant who was a culprit and was a culprit of this murder, then it would be impossible because that would make the rest of the servants accomplices, and there would be no such thing as accomplices. If Godan and Kumasawa are confirmed non-culprits, that means that if a servant was a culprit, that means that would make Godan and Kumasawa accomplices, which is impossible. The only way that they would be accomplices in that case would be for Godan and Kumasawa to be the culprits as well, but they are not. So that means that by association, none of the other servants were like culprits, if I'm to go with that kind of idea. Which technically would confirm Kanon as innocent as well. All of the servants can prove an alibi for all the other servants. Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit shaky right here. Like, if I'm to be wrong in my reasoning right over here, I would have to go back to Genji right over here onwards to see if Genji, Shannon, and Kanon were innocent and all that. The other people, I think I'm confident in saying that they are confirmed innocent. It's the servants right over here that are starting to make me all shaky right over here. But alright, you know what? Kanon innocent as well. So that will imply that all the servants are innocent. So Shannon and Kanon, they all vanish. What does it say about Shannon? Oh, the doi. Kanon is treated as having been killed, and there's no way for a culprit to be killed. Therefore, Kanon couldn't be a culprit. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, Kanon innocent because of red. Fourth Twilight. So that means that what Kanon says about the alibi of the servants is true. All the servants can prove an alibi for all the other servants. At least for this particular Twilight, that is. Let me write this down right over here. Kanon confirms servants, all servants, alibi for second. I don't know if that's actually gonna help me or not, but we shall see. Okay, from here on out we cannot use canon. What about the first things? Cross. Dr. Nanjo and I confirmed that Genji was dead. Okay. Okay. So... okay. I can definitely trust this red. Therefore, now my reasoning is a little bit more correct when it comes to Genji being dead because of this. We know that Kanon is innocent, and Dr. Nanjo and he confirmed that Genji was dead. So, Genji truly is dead. Let me write first Twilight, Kanon, and Nanjo confirm Genji did. So it goes back. I'm gonna write like a arrow to when Nazi confirmed George dead. Not George, Genji dead. Okay, so that's good. We confirm that he's dead. What else? Second Twilight. Kraus and Nazi-sama lay sprawled on the floor inside the room. Okay, that's nothing to write home about. All servants can prove an alibi. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so we have all the servants confirmed. Actually, why did I circle this? I don't want this circled. So we have all the servants, 5 servants innocent. We have Natsu and Kraus and Jessica and Nanjo. And Kinzo is out. So that means that the ones that we have to check for is Valor. I'm gonna write this here. Rudolph, Kirie, Rosa, Maria, George, Eva, Hideyoshi. And is that all of them? I think so. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. And those who were confirmed innocent were the servants, 5. Nazi, Kraus, Jessica, 8. Nanjo, 9. 9 plus 8 equals 17. Am I missing somebody? I think I'm missing somebody, aren't I? Unless, hold on. 5. 9. 9 and 8. Hold on, am I counting wrong over here? Valor Rudolph Kirie, Rosa Maria, George Eva Hideyoshi. Those are 8, right? And then we have Natsu, Kraus, Jessica, Nanjo, 4. Goraku, Masawa, Genji, Shannon, and Kanon, 5. 9 plus... ah yeah, and also Kenzo, yeah, that makes 18. Because I was counting like 17, and I was like, where's the 18th person? And that was Kenzo, okay. Let me write this. Kenzo... out. I mean, he was never part of this story right over here, so it makes sense. So, wow, okay. So we have, like, the remaining children right over here, George, Maria, and Beller, who are not confirmed innocent yet, whose parents we also have to determine if they were innocent or not. Interesting. Okay, you know what, I'm actually gonna take a bit of a break over here. Gonna go I'm gonna go to the bathroom and hydrate and all that. I wonder how long this took thus far. Alright, I'm back. And I hydrated myself. Now, here's the thing, folks. We're actually back to the idea that I had before about 8 minus 6 equals 2, and how we have George and his parents, we have Bella and his parents, we have Maria with her mother, and we have yet to determine that. It's just that now the difference is that everyone else is innocent. And you know what? I feel like I have a sneaking suspicion that we're talking about Balder and his parents. Because, well, it would be like a fitting. It would be fitting for Bern Castell and Angie's game right over here for them to be the culprits, to make her despair even more, but we definitely cannot use that. So once again, it would be either George and Evan Hideyoshi, Beller and Rudolph and Kirie, or Maria and Rosa and somebody else, either Eva or Hideyoshi or Rudolph or Kirie, which would either make for 3 culprits or 4 culprits in Maria's case. Like, I don't know. Like, is there something around here that can help us? Like, George says that Maria-chan couldn't kill, and Maria says that George couldn't kill an adult. He could kill a kid. Like, if we were to have Maria be the one to tell the truth, or actually, you know what, hold on a second. Can we even have that many culprits, to be quite honest? Because let's think of it this way. Like, let's think of it this way. Let's go with the easy option that we have Rudolph and Kirie as the culprits. They would kill the first 4 in the first Twilight. They would fake their deaths, and then after that they would go to Nazi and Kraus's room and kill them, and more than likely hide them, because it was possible for them to kill and later dead and escape, because they only locked the dining hall after the second Twilight. But what about here? It was locked. It was a locked room. The windows and doors were all locked, making a locked room. Duct tape all over the outside of the doors and windows, sealing them. We made sure that no one would be able to enter or leave until the police arrived. Seal the dining hall in the same way. Like, no culprit joined the group as they left. The group sealed the room at the same time they left. Also, all the seals on Nazi's room and the mansion will never be broken. So basically, if you were to have like a culprit, they would actually be stuck there. They would actually be stuck there. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that both of the culprits have to be stuck there. One of them would be there, and the other one would just be out there, like somewhere. And they would continue the murder while the first one remains in Nazi's room forever. So, So they would be in the guest house or outside killing somebody else, like Shannon and Kanon, or Kumasawa and Gora. or Nanjo. Like, they would have to kill, but also the child would have to kill as well. Like, let's say that we have George and Eva in this case, and Hideyoshi. Eva would remain here. Hideyoshi would go out and kill let's see, we all went outside. George, hold on. At least regarding Shano's death, it was impossible for George Nissan to be the murderer. Okay, so he's not a murderer yet, so it has to be Hideyoshi. The four cousins and Dr. Nanjo couldn't have killed Goda-san and Masao-san. So it has to be Hideyoshi. So George couldn't be a culprit up until this point either. Actually, hold on a second. Maria Bella, George's son, and I couldn't have killed Dr. Nanjo, so that's still Hideyoshi. So George couldn't have killed. So hold on a second. Up until this point, if we were to think of Eva, Hideyoshi, and George as the culprits, then that would mean that what Maria says is the truth. And she would say that the three of us couldn't have killed Jessica. If we were to go with that kind of thing, that means that it was impossible for George to kill anybody. Therefore, he couldn't be a culprit. Therefore, Eva and Hideyoshi couldn't have been culprits. So, if George is innocent, what about Maria though? George says that Maria-chan couldn't kill anyone. Okay, let's reverse engineer it. Maria couldn't have killed Jessica. She died instantly. No one could kill Dr. Nanjo inside the guest house. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, let's think of it this way a little bit. She was forced to acknowledge that she was dead. It was impossible for George Nissan to be the murderer. Maria couldn't have killed Godan Kumasawa. Let's think of it this way. Let's see if Maria could kill somebody. Anyone could kill. Although it says Maria-chan couldn't kill anyone. I don't think that it's referring to Jessica specifically. It means anyone. So that would mean that Maria-chan couldn't kill anybody in the game. So that would make so that would make Maria a non-culprit. So that would mean that we have Balor, Kitty, and Rudolph left. So we would have our 3 culprits in that case. But the question is, either we have Balor, Kitty, and Rudolph. Now, I was gonna say that we would only have Rudolph and Kitty in this case, but it wouldn't really make sense. Hold on. Nah, they would still have to be accomplices. They would know that Kitty and Rudolph are the culprits. That they would be alive. No, in which case I think that we got it, folks. We got our solution. It will be Kitty, Rudolph, and Balor in this case. Huh. Do I trust this? What do you think, folks? Did I present my reasoning correctly right over here? Like I have my written stuff right over here, with those who are innocent and those who are not. I think it is time for us to present our culprits. Yeah, I think that will be the case. Let's see if I'm correct in this. Confirm selection. Ah, I see. Okay. Well, we selected our culprits. Let's see if I'm gonna be right. Cause if I'm wrong, then you will send me back over here. In this case, I think that we've done enough reasoning. Let's check our answer and see if I'm correct. Angie flew out of the guest house sobbing. Is there anyone still alive on this island? We should check the cousin's room earlier. It had been completely empty. However, she remembered that she hadn't seen Bella's body, or George's, or Maria's. What she didn't know was whether this meant that they were safe, or whether she was about to be reunited with them as corpses. She dashed around through the rain. Where was she going? Nowhere in particular. The lost little sister dashed around in circles, searching for her brother. Drenched with rain and all alone. Eventually, I thought I heard my brother's voice from beyond the bush. No, it wasn't just his voice. I heard George Oni-chan and Mari One-chan's voices too. I called out at the top of my lungs, but they didn't answer. But it's okay now. They are right there, just on the other side of the fence. I could even faintly see them through the fence. When I ran around the fence, I found myself standing in front of a shed or something. There must be a shed to store tools for the Rose Guard. The three of them were standing in front of the shed. I cried out, but my voice didn't reach them. Even though I yelled so loudly, something felt very wrong about all this. When people hear a voice, even when they pretend not to have heard it, their bodies tend to show some sign that they've noticed. However, there was no trace of that in the three of them. Even though I was screaming so loud, it truly wasn't reaching their ears. Oh boy. Yeah, so both Bern's game and like both Bern's game and Balor's game, they're sort of being combined right over here in a way. The instant I understood that, my dash towards them shouting came to a halt. Though we appear to be in the same road, we're actually in a different roads entirely. Yeah, it was like a TV. Was it more like ghosts? Unless, Angie was transported into this game. I could see them clearly, but as far as they were concerned, I didn't exist. After all, look, even if I stand right in front of them, their eyes can't see me. If I try and touch them, will I really be able to? What if my hand just goes right through? I was so scared of the thought that I could do nothing but stand there in shock, even though I was so close to them. Okay, that's one. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be getting some reasoning between the three of them. Let's see.
つまりこういうことさ。犯人は初めから複数犯だったんだ。そして一人は殺されたふりをして、一人は間違いなく死んでいると嘘をつく。そして死んだふりをした犯人は犯行を重ね、あたかも後ろ宮家以外の人間が島に紛れ込んでいるかのような幻想を生み出す。ジョージの兄貴は後ろ宮家の誰かが犯人だってまだ疑ってんのかよ。南條先生は殺された。殺された以上犯人ではないと考えるのが妥当だろう。そしてお医者である南條先生の検視が一番信頼できたと考えられる。
So, then we can probably assume that the people whose death Nanjo checked were almost certainly dead. Who did Nanjo check? Genji's corpse, Kazunatsi's corpse, corpses. Shannon's corpse. Goran Kumasa's corpses.
最初の食堂の死体。あの6人の犠牲者のうち、南條先生は源氏さんの死体しか検証していないんだ。
マリアたちがそれぞれ確認したはずだよ。
しかし南條先生が確認したわけじゃない。
Yeah, it was you kids.
何を言ってんだよ。あの無芸殺され方でどう親父たちが生きてるってんだよ。それにジョージの兄貴は何を言ってるんだ。ってことは俺たちの親の誰かが犯人だって言ってんのかよ。そりゃねえだろ。真っ先に殺されてこれだけ大勢が殺されて、どうやったらさらにその上俺たちの親が犯人だなんて言えるんだよ。許せねえ。あんな殺され方をした親父たちをさらにこの上疑って恥ずかしめるなんて、たとえジョージの兄貴でも許せねえ。
ごめん。
マリアのママはちゃんと死んでたよ。じゃあジョージお兄ちゃんの親かバトラの親かどっちかが犯人？
もうよそう、マリアちゃん。僕もちょっと混乱してたみたいだ。
ジョージお兄ちゃんはシャノンを殺さないよ。
もうよせよ。俺たちの誰も親族を殺したりするわけなんかねえだろ。
だからジョージお兄ちゃんがお父さんとお母さんが本当は生きてるのに死んでるなんて嘘をつかないと思う。
Okay, I guess Maria is going to be the one to take the lead here after George.
ジョージお兄ちゃんはシャノンが殺されるような事件の片棒を担ぐわけがない。
Calmly, as though answering a quiz or a pub. Okay. Maria spoke to George. Then, with a blank look on her face, she turned to Batter and spoke.
バトラはお父さんとお母さんの死体を見たよね。
ああ見たさ。みんなも見ただろ。あんな血まみれでひでえ死に様で。
バトラが嘘をついてると思う。
はあ？どうしてそうなるんだよ。
そうすると筋が通る。最初の食堂でバトラの両親は死んでなかったの。その片方が夏日おばさんたちを殺し、内側から鍵を閉めて部屋にとどまる。もう片方がそれ以降の殺人を引き継いだ。ゲストハウスの密室を破るには内側に協力者がいなくてはならない。それがバトラ。全部説明がつくよ。
いい加減にしろ
ー。よさないかバトラ君。マリアちゃんも。
やっと頭の中の狼と羊のパズルがぴったりと収まった。犯人はバトラ一家。おお、正解？
何を言ってやがんだ。
Go figure. It is Maria who's talking like this.
正解よ。
Oh my.